Let me just hit. Hang on one. All right, let me hit this record. And all right, appreciate you guys for joining. Two's just gonna run a quick class. I'll just turn it over to you, man. Do your thing.
Yeah, no problem, man. So here, this is what I use as supply and demand. This is a UVXY, UVXY on the 15-second time frame. And this is here from yesterday. This is yesterday's close, or I should say Friday's close right here. And when I'm talking about supply and demand, it ties in really, really closely with support and resistance, except that it's more recent. And I still use support and resistance along with this and a few other stuff that I do use. But supply and demand is pretty much aggressive selling and aggressive buying. So for example, right here, I'm gonna keep on saying yesterday because I assume it's yesterday, but Friday's close. We have this huge sell-off right here and right here near the end. So what I like to do here is that's the supply zone right there. So I would draw something out like that. That's where I would expect buyers to step in. It's pretty much the same thing as support and resistance, really. So I've played this out right here. This is the pre-market today. Let me play it a little bit faster here. So this here is the it's right there. So immediately we're getting a huge sell-off right here. So what I would indicate this here is it bounced out here. It reached the top of that point and it started going back down again. I would now indicate this here as the demand zone right here. Supply zone, sorry. This is demand, this is the supply right here. So we keep on playing out. Boom, it drops back down to the supply zone.
Are you still haven't alert anything yet?
I haven't learned anything. The market now just opened right here at this point. Let me go back a little bit. Right here, yeah. So I don't know if you guys can see, it's barely yellowish, but right here is when the market is about to open up right here. Let me play it a little bit slower right here. So at this point, I do see a small little trend going right about here. I gotta adjust that. Right about so. And I'm still using this supply zone right here. This is where the money is at. This is where liquidity is at. The market mover, is this thing playing? It's playing very slow. This is where the money is at. This is where the market mover is trying to make the price go in order to grab more money from us retail traders. And money is also down right here. So we reached there, it bounced off, going down super slow. I still haven't alerted anything at this point right here. See, also right here, this is also another aggressive selling. So there would be another zone here at this point right there. This is where some more money is added. A lot of people bought right here and went up here to the supply zone and it sold immediately up. Once it got back down here, it didn't reach quite the bottom of this, but it did bounce off right here. This is where I alerted for the 17 calls right here.
And why did you alert them there?
Because I do have if I go over, is that pause? Yeah. Go over to the 4-hour time frame. I have a resistance at 17, around 17, more around the 1650-ish right here. Or that's 17 actually, yeah. That one right there. And I alerted this here because if you take a look at the volume of this whole trend, it's in an uptrend. But look at all this green volume compared to the red one at the moment. There's a lot of green. And even at this point right here, where there's a huge red one here, it's stagnating right here. It's constantly just, just in like, just constant zone, just bouncing back and forth. And there's a lot more green volume than it is in the red one. So it's alerted right there. Now it's breaking past this supply zone right here.
And then, so after it gets out of that zone, I mean, is that where you're looking to take profits or?
I'm looking to take profits at where am I? Pretty much at the next demand zone, which I would have to go back further in the time frame. And let me see
Mhm.
if I pull this one up right here. You guys can see this right here. I do have let me just I'm looking to take profits close to my resistance level, which would be the 17 I have right here. It's going back all the way here. This is a little bit further back, so this is something that could be outdated. So here, so
And I
doing this
assume
right here.
that's a demand zone there.
Yeah, that would be another one there too, but it hasn't reached there at that point yet today.
Right,
So
right, right.
so as this here is playing out, it broke out of this zone here in money. They grabbed the money here and they're it's gone now. So what I move now is there. Now that is the next zone right there. That's the money where people bought in, sold. They got trapped there. The money is there now. Now they can they're still going down. I'm sorry, not going down, but it's still trying to like grab more money from the people here. So today was kind of a sideways action.
Mhm.
And as these red candles here popped up, there's a lot more red volume than there is green volume here. It's still and it is still in a slight downtrend here at the moment. Reached that level here again. Doesn't quite break it. Right here, it reached near the top of this point right here. This is where people will start selling off because people that got in here, that bought in right here,
Mhm.
they can either they're probably just average down right here, and then once they get up right here, they're gonna break out at about even or at a little bit of profit, and it would get out. You try to reach it again, nope. Now it's going down. It's going down.
Using
Then
that as resistance.
yep. Now it reached this here. It grabbed that money right there.
And now would you
Yeah.
look to average down then maybe as it gets back to this supply zone?
Yeah, at this point, yeah, I would like be averaging down like a supply zone, but also I mentioned getting uh a puts for hedge.
Oh, right, right, right. Yeah.
And that would have been a good point at this part right here. You could have taken some puts right here and then taken some profits at this point and then put it back into your calls. However is it that you want to play it really.
Right. So you're just using and this is some people get confused. Well, or puts and calls, and you say, oh, well, what are you doing? Different time frames. You can the longer play here would be the calls, obviously, whereas you can jump in puts for some quick money and to hedge, and then maybe use those profits to average down. Um, so, there's all these different ways you can play around with this stuff, and it's kind of like tools in the chest almost. So, um,
Yeah,
cool,
definitely.
cool.
So here,
So
once
this
here,
is.
it reached at this point here again. It didn't quite reach the second high. And once it kind of got there, it started dropping off steeply right here.
Mhm,
So there's here, now this here would probably be the new supply zone right there.
I
This is
see.
how I use it. It can always be used in a different way, but this is pretty much it's aggressive selling, aggressive buying. So every time you see kind of a huge candles right
Mhm,
here, that's where the
yeah.
rest of selling is at. And also I use this indicator here, the BPR right here. It shows up right there. As you can see, there's a lot of orders here in this zone right here. A lot of people are buying, a lot of people are selling here. And when this
Mhm.
usually happens here, you see on this low side, we're between the 15.70 to the $16 areas. There's not that much volume yet, not that many people are buying. So the market will try to move it down here to try to get those money and try to get more orders filled so they can get more money from you guys. Reach
Interesting.
that again, and it just dropped right back down, right
Yeah,
back
yeah.
down. I also use this. It's not just using this here. I also take a look at SPY, and I read the candle charts to see how it play out. UVXC is inversely correlated to SPY.
Right.
So every time I would see like, let's say like, there's a downtrend right here on SPY or on UVXC actually here. I would take a look at SPY and take a look at their candles. How much is it moving? Is it moving up a lot, or is it just moving down a little here? Because this here would be a big down move here. But you take over look at SPY, it didn't really went up that much.
Mm. And then is there a point where, well, obviously there is, but where's the point where you would say, okay, this isn't working out the way I thought it, I thought it would. I'm gonna get out.
Yeah, that would be somewhere here around this point right here. This is the part where I should have gotten out, but I didn't. That's my mistake right here. There's a lot of red bars here, and the red volume is currently taking over the green volume bars down here.
Yeah, I see.
So at this point here, I should have got.
This is at the end of no, this is
No, this
early,
is
no?
more than May. This is only about 3 hours in, so at around
Okay.
12:45 your time.
Oh, I see. I gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, I'm
I
on
was like,
Pacific.
damn, it's a long day.
No, I'm on Pacific time. It was the
All
15
right,
second candle.
that makes sense. Okay. Now, is this something that we can use? Like I don't use a 15-second chart. I use a minute chart, and I think you have to have a certain uh level. Maybe the
Oh,
top level.
yeah, that's right. This is just a subscription that you have to pay for it. I do pay for this, and I do use it. It helps me a lot. It probably
Yeah, yeah,
doesn't for
yeah.
other people, but it's worth it to me. I do like the 15-second chart. I haven't used the 1 second and the 30 second before. I just find that the 15 is more of a sweet zone for me. You guys can always adjust it to whatever you like.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So yes, at this point here, I should have gone out, but I am expecting it because I have here, my pause this right here. If I bring over my SPY chart right here, there, I'm looking at this current downtrend here that's playing out on SPY. This downtrend here on SPY. So I am, expecting it once hit this point right here, it's probably going to turn down here. Which is why I'm still holding on to SPY. This could be a bad move.
Mhm.
But yeah, let's see where it's at right now. And then here again, it reached the low of at the beginning of the day. It grabbed more money here.
Right.
It should have played it better here. So once it got to this point here, it broke through. People started buying again, but
Mhm.
it bounced out right here because there was another. I guess it's more aggressive selling here at this point right here, and it bounced off there, went down a little bit further, grabbed more money, and went back up to grab more money. Oh, it stopped playing. Oh, okay. I guess that was the end of the day right there. Yeah.
Yeah. 1 o'clock. Yeah.
Yep. Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah. But
Interesting.
this is pretty much how I use supply and demand. It's not, always going to be perfect, to the level that you're at right now, or to the
Mhm.
level of where you want to buy or where you want to sell. But it does give you a very, really good entry point to see where all the people are buying, where people are selling at.
Interesting. So with supply and demand, how much weight do you put into, like,
I would say probably like about 50%. Like
yeah,
indicators, I really don't use them too much. I do have them here. I turn them off now just so it's easier to see for you guys.
no,
I do
I
use
saw that.
the RSI, the CCI,
Mhm.
90 barely, and I use a lot of the EMAs and also use pivot points. And VWAP is my favorite. Gotta go a little bit more into that, but yeah. This is here more about supply and demand, but yeah, this is what I use here pretty much to determine where the people are buying, people are selling at, and where people are stuck at. So right now,
Hmm.
a lot of people here are stuck around this 16 to 1670 zone right here. There is about even in buys and sells right here, but I am expecting the next um, supply zone is up going to be in this area here. So it did reach this point right here. There, it could potentially go down a little bit lower here to about, that level right here. So of course it
Hmm.
can still go lower. It can try to grab more money around at this point right here before it does take off to here. So you guys are wanting to average in tomorrow. You guys can look to average at this point, or you can always go with puts to hedge against those calls. But we're gonna have to see in how the market reacts tomorrow with the earnings releases and all
Yeah,
this
yeah.
crazy stuff this week. But yeah,
Tomorrow's
this
gonna be a big day.
yeah, this is pretty much my kind of brief explanation of supply and demand at the moment, how I use it.
Cool.
It's not
All right.
always
Well, no, I appreciate you sharing.
perfect, but it does.
What's that?
Oh no, no, yeah, no, like I was gonna say like it's not perfect. I do tie this in with other stuff
Nothing
like
is
support and resistance, stuff like
right.
that to see how things are going. But this is my indicator, or not. It's not really an indicator. It's more of a, I'm not sure what to call it actually. Strategy that I use,
Strategy.
and
Yeah,
how I
yeah.
place my trades here. So yeah, I would look
No,
to enter right here, and probably the next one here is here. This is another huge aggressive buying, aggressive selling right here. So it would have to break this point here before it would reach that and try to grab more money. But yeah,
yeah, no,
if
you've had a lot of success with this. That's why I was curious. This is something I don't use at all. Obviously I have success doing what I'm doing, but you can always add
yeah,
you
you can
you
always
can
just add
always add
other
more.
stuff, just more
Exactly.
strategies that you can learn from other traders here. I know you like to
Exactly.
use the
100.
RSI a lot, and I do use that too, and it does help out a lot. But there are points where like it's getting oversold or overbought, if it keeps on going. It's like what the heck? This is like it's not what I'm
Right.
expecting. But pretty much RSI and CCI, like to me, I see it as another chart. Like you just look at this, like it's pretty much
Yep.
another chart. Like
Yeah.
how can this really? It does help, but it's not always going to be perfect.
Yeah, nothing is, it's all about, and that's what I try to explain to, a lot of you guys is, you're going to end up with your own version. If you do this right, you're going to end up with your own version of, charts that fits what you're trying to do. That's probably not going to be exactly like anybody else's, you're kind of gonna tweak it to what you're looking for, what you find success in, and obviously you can take. I guess that's how everybody comes up with. Everybody takes a little bit from different places and goes with what they find success in. So
Yeah, yeah,
I
definitely.
appreciate you sharing. You got anything else you want to add to?
Oh no, well, I guess like the only thing like I want to say about RSI as suppose here is here's the bottom right here is the 1 minute. This is the 5 minute. This is 30, and this is the 40. As you can see right here, it is oversold, and it keeps looking like it's still going to be oversold here.
Mhm.
But on the daily, it showed that it's overbought and it's going down. So even the daily, it could
Right.
probably potentially keep on going down. That means the RSI on the 1 and 5 will keep on getting oversold. Same with
Right.
on the 30-minute chart here. It looks it's looking like it's about to reach that point too. But
Yep,
yeah,
different time frames. I was looking at that today. I had a, bull cross on one chart and, bear crosses on the other. So,
yeah,
um,
I
you know,
realized that I was looking at SPY and I realized there was a bull cross that did form out.
yeah,
I on the 5-minute chart right here.
yeah.
Formed out right here at this level. It
Hmm.
formed right there. That's one thing I do gotta say about you, Colin. You are much more patient than I am. That's a
You know
definitely a good
what?
thing. That's something I need to work on
That's
myself.
that. Yeah, I mean, that's just come from, what I've found success in is just I want to enter the trades with the highest probability of success. and just focus on entering in those trades. And, by nature, that's, I'm going to have, a high probability of success because those are the only trades that I enter into, for alerts, at least. Obviously, with the lotto picks and stuff like that, there's a little bit more feeling that goes into those. And, those can be hit or miss because there's the emotion and the feeling to that. But I found with this, go no go method that I'm using, it takes all that out. You're either in the trade or you're out. There's no guessing, there's no thinking. You enter, or you don't. It's there or it's not. So, but
Yeah, no, it
yeah.
definitely, it works out for you. The only problem I would have for that is like I kind of fear that, like, at this point right here, it formed out right here, and like you would probably look to get in like probably like somewhere right here on the third candle if it's still closing above it, right?
Right.
My only problem
Yeah.
with that, like, I'm not down like playing your strategy or anything because it works out.
No.
It's my fear. I feel like, like, damn, did I miss out already? Like, I would rather want
Right.
it to get in right here. So at this
Right.
point right here, like
Right. Yeah.
this would be a demand zone right here. It broke through all of that here. It grabbed more money and it's going back up. So this is where I would
Yeah.
want to enter at this moment. But Colin's more patient than I am. He waits for confirmation and he goes right here. And it
Yeah.
turned out, it worked out great. Yeah.
Yeah, and you're looking for I'm looking for the longer play there, and a part of that, a big part of that actually is because it's the alerts. I want you guys to get in plays. I don't want you to alert a play and then 2 minutes later or 5 minutes later it's done. You know what I mean? Because what if you bought 2 minutes and you know what I mean? You missed the trade. So that helps me get into some of the trades that or hopefully have a little bit a little bit longer legs. It's been working out so far, so we're gonna stick with it.
Yeah, my alert, sometimes I can't alert because the move might be too fast. Because even right here on the
Right.
UVXC, the play ran
Right.
from here from 6:38 until about 9:48, and that was a 10-minute
Uh-huh.
move, and that was a 25% gain right there. And
Yeah,
it's hard
yeah,
to
no, it
alert it,
was
but I
good.
did alert profit points.
Yeah, no, I know everybody is a big fan of the profit points, definitely. Yeah, I made 22% on that one. I appreciate it, thank you.
Yeah. All right.
So, um all
But
right,
yeah,
anything else you want to anything else you
no,
want to
that's
add
pretty much
before
what
we?
I have, sir, for supply and demand. I'm still learning about it myself, trying to develop more of a better, different, better strategy and how it works. But I'm working with it right now. So if anybody does have any question, we'll be glad to answer. It doesn't have to be about supply and demand. It could be just about trading in general.
Yeah, anybody got any questions? I don't see anything. I see a comment from Michael. Good to know you're looking for moves that aren't inside a 2 minute warning. I assume he meant window there. Yeah, no, I mean, I can plus I can play those, and I sometimes do play those. But to me, it's uh, if the play is going to be over in 2 minutes, 5 minutes, that's not what I'm looking for. It's just going to add badly for or end badly more more of the times than I would like it to for people. So at the end of the day, if we're making money, you guys are making money, and vice versa. So I think we got a good system going here. With two, his system is different than mine. He brought up a good point. What if we sometimes contradict
Right.
ourselves because we are using two different systems. Um, I mean, all we can do, guys, is share what we're seeing. I have faith in two, and Aaron and his alerts. I have faith in my alerts, and kind of going back to that. What if you alert calls and puts? You can make money. You can make money with both. Not at the same exact time most of the time, but I can make calls and and make some money in 15 minutes, and then 2 hours later make money on puts. You know what I mean? So um, I like the direction we're going in. I think we have a good system set up that focuses on winning trades, quality over quantity, and we're going to keep trying to portray that for you guys. So, um, anybody else got anything else before we shut her down? All right, cool. I appreciate you guys who watched, and those of you who are watching the recording. Let's do hold on, we got one. Okay, cool. Peter just had a question. He got his answer though. All right, guys. We'll keep them coming to you. And you guys, please keep furthering your education. Obviously, if you're watching this video, you are doing that. So please keep doing that. Please keep asking questions. Nobody knows it all, but like Tu said, we're all sharing information, as we all kind of get better as traders. And the stronger our community is, the more we communicate, the more we ask questions, the more we learn from each other, the more success we're going to have. So that's what we're shooting for. We think we're headed in the right direction. So I appreciate all you guys too. I appreciate you taking the time to do this class, and we'll do this again next week. So
Yeah, definitely.
have a good day, everyone.
All right, guys. Have a good one.
Take care.